The Long Way Westward by Joan Sandin. It's copyright 1989. Part 1. The New Land. Look, Carl Eric, said Jonas, the streets of America are not paved with gold. See there, look, cell in this sidewalk. Oh, Jonas, said Carl Eric. He smiled at his little brother. That is something people just say. It means America is a rich land. Will we be rich? Asked Jonas. Maybe not rich, said their father, but we will never eat bark bread, as we did in Sweden. See, they're sitting on a cart now, as mom is holding the baby, and papa's on a cart, and everyone's up West Street from this ferry. After 12 days on an emigrant boat, it felt good to be landed on again, but New York was not for them. It was big and crowded and noisy. Whistles blew, people shouted. A train rumbled over their heads. Thank God we are not staying here, said Mama. She hugged the baby tighter, and see, people are getting ice cream, and an old-fashioned baby carriage, and there's a pig eating trash, like we in the mid-1810s. Here we go. There's the elevated tram. It's New York Elevated Rail Company. There's the Harper's and Shoeshine newspaper company. The cart stopped at a busy pier. They were packed onto a ferryboat. Mama looked across the Hudson River at the green hills of New Jersey. How much longer to Minnesota? She wanted to see. Straight line to Philadelphia, for Boston, Berlin, Metropolitan, Savannah, Charleston, etc. Attention, countrymen! Shouted the railroad agent. Your trunks are checked through. You're on your own now. There is the emigrant train. You must change in Philadelphia. Does anyone know English? No. Well, just show your tickets, Ben. The train stops often. Keep an eye on your children. Be calm and stay together. See, there's Jersey City. There's a dog walking along front of a train. There's a locomotive. See, there's a train. Carl and Joan are excited. Carl, Eric, and Jonas ran ahead of the others. They climbed aboard the train. It was warm inside. Gas lamps lit the car. Oh, Carl, Eric, whispered Jonas. He touched the red plush seats. This must be the king's train. There's no king in America, said Carl Eric. In America, everybody travels like this. What are you two doing in here? Cried an angry voice. It was the conductor. Run! Carl Eric told Jonas, and see, the conductor's angry voice came from the conductor. They ran for the car, down the steps, and out onto the platform. The railroad agent laughed. What were you doing in first class? Here was where you belong, boys. And Mom was worried. Papa worried. What were you doing in first class? We were caught by the conductor. Their car was crowded, dark, and cold. It had wooden benches, a water bucket, and a coal stove. Their first night in America, they slept on the floor. See, everybody's crowded because there's nowhere to sleep. Sorry, car. It must be Northeast Corridor. See, there's the family, the bottom right of the page. Philadelphia! Shouted the conductor. Wake up, boys, said Papa. We have to change here. There they are. Now see South 30th Street Station, Philadelphia. Out on the dark platform, whistles blew. Get up and shout. Trains were coming and going. Everybody's coming. Which train do we take? Carl Eric asked his father. Papa did not answer. He looked lost and helpless. Before came over to them. Emigrant train, he said at one point. Carl Eric and Jonas stared at him. They had never seen a black person. So it was the first time. Their eyes were worried. Part 2. Rolling westward. A rooster crowed. Jonas woke up and looked around. The sun was up over a field of corn. Are we in Minnesota? He asked. No, said Carl Eric. We are in Pennsylvania, somewhere near this big river. He showed Jonas the big map. See? The handbook for immigrants. Papa rapped at the window. Come outside, boys, he called. Come smell this rich farmland. Look at the big barns and fields. Look at the cows, cried Jonas. Everything is bigger in America. Will our homestead in Minnesota be like this? Asked Carl Eric. Papa looked at his wife and sons. If we work hard, he said, it was not easy to leave Sweden. Here in America, we have a chance for a better life. And see, the little girl holding her cow, and the train stopped to some maintenance work. There's a barn in the background, a horse and cart, and there's a house, two houses, man, farmers plowing for horses. Haystacks. The emigrant train bumped and swayed across the state of Pennsylvania, past farms, factories, coal mines, rivers, and woodlands. Look, Anders, Ma said to Papa. Birch trees, just like in Sweden. But the train moved so slowly that Carl, Eric, and Jonas got out and ran alongside the tracks. Look at me, Mama, shouted Jonas. I can go faster than the train. Get back in here, cried Mama. How would we ever find you if we got left behind? See, they're running alongside Carl and around the tracks, and Mama are frightened that the train crew annoyed that he'd bring the train to an immediate stop. There's a town in the background with the birch trees. At the stations, they stretched their legs, they refilled their water bucket. Once the train stood for hours on a side track. It was waiting for an express train to pass. Joan picked wild berries, looked for treasures, pretty rocks, feathery snails. Jonas found a brass button, a picture of a train. A conductor's button, he cried happily. See? Jonas, how excited he is. People stretching their legs. It looked like two people having missed their train, but I'm sure they'll wait for the next train to arrive. Look, Papa, said Carl Eric. They're serving dinner inside. I know, said Papa, but it's too expensive for us. It costs 25 cents. Papa bought milk, bread, apples, and meat from a food seller instead. See her eyes getting ready from. So Papa sees, so he's buying the food instead of the food seller instead. Mama waited her turn from the stove. The coal was thick with smoke and waiting cooking smells. Hungry children hung on their mother's skirts. Women take their work with them, said man of rough hand. I hate having nothing to do. Not me, said son. I like being free from chores. Carl Eric nodded. He knew he would have let's do our home, said Minnesota. There's Carl Eric. Here's Jonas. Where are you going? Carl Eric asked the boy. Troy Lake, Wisconsin, he said. Many people from the village are already there. Hell, have to learn English. Our cousin in Minnesota speaks English, said Jonas, and she has seen an Indian. Clang, 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 clang. The train was slowing down. The boys saw lights at Pittsburgh, shouted the conductor, pushed him rudely out the door. The Chicago Express was boarding on the next track, but they could not get on it. Express trains now had immigrant cars. They had to wait until the next day. So everybody sleeping on the floor and in the waiting room, so having to wait until the next day. In the morning, they boarded the local train. There are no seats, said Mama, but we have windows, said Papa. Some cars have no windows. The train rolled westward from Pennsylvania into Ohio. It stopped at every station. See, there's the houses, factory background. It must be a school. So I'm playing, having fun together. Horse and cart. Everybody's church background. Well, I'm sure everybody was tired after standing all day. Men looked out the windows at towns and farms, talked about weather and crops and new American farm machines. They passed around letters and maps. My brother Axel says the best land is in Minnesota, said Papa. The climate suits us Swedes. There's your work in Chicago, said young man. I can earn 3 times what I man in Sweden. In America, everyone is equal. There are no lords or kings. Carl Eric pulled out the train with the red plush seats. Part 3. Chicago. In Crestline, Ohio, they slept on the station floor. They left next morning of the local train to Chicago. Crestline, Fort Wayne, Chicago. Carl Eric found them on the map. We are in Indiana now, he said. He drew a line from town to town. We may reach Chicago tonight, Papa told Mama. Chicago is full of pickpockets and runners, said Mama. What are runners? Asked Jonas. They are bad men, said Papa. They rob and fool newcomers. Jonas smiled. Nobody would rob and fool Papa. Mama had admired someone who was coat line. Chicago, everybody out. They got off the train. The words bring from boarding house, money change, they call in Swedish. Aurora grabbed Ma's bundle. Come with me, he said, smiling. There are no trains. I see everybody's at Chicago. Smiling. Just smile. Rise together. Drop that bundle, shouted a deep voice. Hey, Carlson, cried the mayor. He dropped Ma's bundle and cleared out into a crowd. That swine, shouted Big Carlson, trying to fool his own countrymen. Big hand at Carlson Hill's here. I'm from Svei Sassy. Our mayors are Chicago Swedes. We're here to help you, public relief. We're on our way to Minnesota. Can you help us find our train? Follow me, said Big Carlson. He gave Ma a folded newspaper. It is in Swedish, he told her. Inside says songs for the little Swedes. Oh, thank you, said Ma. See? Carl, Eric, and Jonas are having candy. They're having candy, I think. Possibly. Lacrosse! Cried the conductor. Lacrosse, Wisconsin, said Papa. We changed to a steamboat here. A steamboat, cried Carl Eric. And that is the Mississippi River. On the other side is Minnesota. We are almost there. So they've changed. The train has arrived to at Lacrosse, Wisconsin. So they changed to a steamboat. They're almost to Minnesota. Part 4. Up the Mississippi. The steamboat chugged upriver. It stopped at every landing. Its whistle echoed through the valley. Up on the open deck, Carl, Eric, and Jonas huddled together to keep warm. They heard music and laughter from the first-class cabin below. See, there's the steamboat chugging up the river. Diamond Joe is her name. There's the ATP. There are the Indians. There's the moon in the background. Full moon. Early the next morning, they landed at St. Paul, Minnesota. Now we must find the train to Anoka, Minnesota, said Papa. Axel's waiting for us there. Carl Eric took out his handbook. Please, sir, where's the station? He asked a man selling cranberries. The man laughed. Just follow the carts, countryman, he said to Swedish. They've arrived at Minnesota. All the carts here. There they are, looking for directions to the station in Minnesota. Anoka, Minnesota. Anoka next, called the conductor. Papa jumped off the train. Anders! Shouted a bearded man. Two brothers with their arms around each other. There's the family, and that's possibly Uncle Axel. Anoka Station. There's a train blowing its whistle. St. Paul and Pacific Railroad, says in the car coaches. A young girl watched shyly. Anastina, said Mama. How you have grown these last 2 years. If you are Anastina, said Jonas, then this is for you. He held his conductor's button. Come, said Uncle Axel. Sarah is waiting for us. We can be home for dark. Home, said Mama, with a sigh. Home. The long journey was over. They're finally home. Home in their new land, America. The end.